Hey everybody, it's Joy Packard. It is a beautiful but hot Saturday early evening, and we spent the majority of the morning at an awesome training, my husband and I, and we have some family in town that are visiting, and we're just relaxing. So before the sun went down, I thought I would catch some of this beautiful weather out here. And so I wanted to share some thoughts with you as we are here. I wanted to this can apply to anything that you're doing, whether it's in business or whether it's hey Luann, how you doing? So whether it's in business or in whatever else you're doing, some of the things I wanted to share with you with what I learned today. And so, but first of all, a beautiful view of today. I love this view. If those of you who know me know I love it. And today I was like, okay, it's super hot, but I need to just get out here and get some vitamin D. So it's awesome. Anyway, I hope you guys are having an amazing Saturday wherever you guys are. And I love spending Saturdays to catch up on things with my family and things with business. And
Hey, Mama.
there's my son and his two friends. Can you say hi? You guys are on live video.
Hi, guys. Everybody on my mom's live video.
And so, anyway, those are some of my awesome kids. My awesome son with his two awesome friends. All right. Well, there are a few things that stood out to me today with this training, and I wanted to share it with you. Like I said, one of them, the quotes that stuck out today: pressure makes some people break, and sometimes it makes people break records. And I love that, because at one point or another, the person who was giving the training was talking about his story and talking about where he came from. And, a lot of us make it, in our life where we may be in a specific business and we may do really well. And then sometimes we forget, right, where we came from. And so I really loved listening to him today because this quote again, for those who are coming on, pressure makes some people break, and sometimes it makes people break records. And I love that because it's true. I know for me, if you think about it, like whenever the pressure's on, we either basically, kind of go into our shell, or we go forward, right? And so that particular quote is amazing to me because it's true. Like in anything that we do, whenever we have certain pressures that are put upon us, maybe it's that we have bills to pay, maybe we had a hurricane and we have to recover, and we have to, make up the difference of things that we were used to having, and all of a sudden, maybe business is stopped or whatever. And so whenever that pressure is put on us, we either, we basically, what is the word? We stall or we go forward. And so that was one thing that really, really was awesome that I loved. One other thing that he talked about was when you do the right thing long enough, magic happens. And I think that's so true. I think that, people who have a good heart and people who want to do the right thing and people who are constantly staying on course in whatever it is, whether it's in Amazon or whether it's in your business venture or whatever. But whenever people who are honest in their dealings and people who are doing things for the right reason, it seems like, they say magic happens. And I loved that quote too. Another thing that they talked about that I wanted to share with you was to make a clear decision that you are going to do it no matter what. And I love that because that particular quote or that particular statement can be in anything that we're doing, right? To have a clear decision on whatever it is that you want to do, whether it's Amazon, whether it's a network marketing opportunity, whether it's in your relationships, whether it's about your health, wealth, finances, all that kind of stuff. But when you have a clear picture of what you're going to do, it makes things a lot easier. And I love the little, I have these little books, and, each book is like, I have notebooks for business. I have notebooks for my thoughts. I have notebooks for organizing my business ideas. I have business idea for my retreats and everything. And so it's really, really cool. And so I learned so much today. And, whether it's the opportunity that is really, really awesome, or whether it's the principles that go with that can apply in anything that you're doing. And it's a matter of basically getting a clear focus of what it is that you personally want to achieve in whatever you're doing. Let's just pick Amazon, for example. Maybe it's that you want to have, 15 to 20 private label products in your store. Or maybe it's that you want to build a store, big enough to basically be able to sell it one day. So what is it? What is your clear focus? But when you make that clear decision and you decide that in a year from now or however long it's going to be, no matter what, I'm going to be here. You ever hear that quote where it talks about, I can't remember how the quote goes, but it had something to do with like, if, you're here a year, like if you were doing something and then in a year from now, you can look back and realize that during that year, and you're still here and you're doing things day in and day out, the success that you will be able to see. But it's a matter of making that commitment, right? And it's a matter of like deciding for yourself, what is it that I'm going to do? And how am I going to get there? Like this particular opportunity that we went to today was amazing. I will say that. And I will be sharing that with many of you. And because it's something that all of us need and all of us could use. And it just makes life a lot easier, But despite that, it's the principles that go along with it. It's the principles of, it's a matter of getting to where you want to go and making a clear, precise, focused decision to do it, right? And sometime along the way, as we know, there are failures. There are things that happen that maybe something negative happens in our business, or someone said something that, made us not want to do it, or whatever the reasons being. And so that's when we have to stay strong. And so that's whenever, we have to decide the limiting beliefs that basically stop us from reaching our goals. And it kind of, I guess takes away the focus all over again. So one of the things that I wanted to share with you, and there's so many things also, is if you're not already doing personal development, I encourage you to do so. Whether it's reading a book, or whether it's listening to audio, whether it's listening to things that can enlighten you and can make you think, basically I have a goal every day to listen to personal development, whether it's reading, whether it's listening to YouTube videos, whether it is listening to a DVD or whatever. And so if you're not already doing that, listening to personal development every single day and making a habit of it, I encourage you to do that. It will change the way that you think. It will change the way that, whenever you are faced, whenever things are coming at you where things become hard, those things that you're listening to will program your brain to be able to combat that. And so, today when I was in this training, I do a lot of listening. I do a lot of audio. I do a lot of watching videos, because I can put it on fast speed. But today I made a commitment to myself to actually physically pick up a physical book again. And, to pick those titles, pick a book that you want to read and read 5 to 10 pages a day, or however long that you can do that. And, by committing to that, by doing the physical book or whatever it is, instead of just listening to audio, I used to do that long ago and I got away from it. So I encourage you to do that. I encourage you to to do, your physical development, personal development, physical development too, I guess, by exercising, whatever, but making a commitment to physically get yourself healthy, and also mentally getting yourself, where you're listening to things that whenever those objections come, and whatever it is, whether it's in a, like I say, network marketing business, or whether it's in your Amazon business, when those little oppositions start happening, how is it that you're going to combat that? How is it that you're going to overcome that? And it's by just pumping your brain, pumping yourself with all of these different things that you can listen to on a daily basis. And it just it just makes you a stronger person, makes you be able to withstand those a lot easier. And it just gives you that feeling and puts you in that position of your posture. And so that is really, really cool to be able to do that. And so that's such an important thing, with our focus, with our drive, with trying to get things done and making a goal to do that. And so one last thing before I enjoy this pool and enjoy this sun that I wanted to share with you is every now and then, maybe weekly, you can get your little notebooks out like mine. This is my cute little notebook. It's so small and little. Because a lot of times, we have the thoughts in our brain, right? We have it there. And whenever we don't put them on paper, sometimes it gets lost. And sometimes, it was a thought that was so important that we just need to write down. And so there's something about putting your pen to paper. I mean, like I say, you can think about it in your head. You can think about it, and by not writing it down, somehow it's hard to implement, right? I know for me, like there's something magical, as they say, about putting pen to paper. And there's something magical about reading that over and over and over again, whatever it is your goal. In my bathroom, where my vanity area, I have this dollar bill at the bottom, and then I have $1 million bill at the very top, and it basically is showing a progression from the dollar to the million, knowing that if you can make your first dollar doing whatever it is you're doing, whether it's Amazon or whether it's selling a physical product or your digital ebooks or whatever it is that you're doing, that if you can make your first dollar, then you can make it all the way to the million. And it's a mindset thing, and it's a matter of putting yourself in that mindset so that you can, I guess a lot of people are visual. People learn by listening, by reading, by seeing, and by physically, visually putting your goals where you can see them on a daily basis will help you to reach them. All right, so just gonna enjoy this view today, the rest of the time, and want to say a quick hello. And my son wants you to see his best dunk in the world. Hurry, because I'm ending the video. Oh, that didn't work out. Anyway, all right, I will let you guys go. I just wanted to share those little tips with you, and hope that you guys are having an amazing day. Today is actually also my number 6 kid's birthday. He is 20 today. And so happy birthday to my son. That is a son that is on his 2-year mission in Uruguay. So proud of him. Happy birthday to him. And, special day today. Anyway, I hope that these tips have helped you, this training, whether, like I say, it can apply in everything that you do. It's not just in the actual training that I went to today for that particular product, but it can be in anything that you do. So have an amazing rest of your evening, and I hope that you guys start applying that. And if you are just coming in late, you can rewatch it. Okay, take care. Talk to you soon.